All right, back at it again with episode 2 of this, and yeah, uh, I don't know what to say about the 3 day. No, actually, the first day I just couldn't figure out what to do because I was thinking about a new one. Second day, fireworks, 4th of July, got hit with the two fireworks actually, one in my ass and the other one on my thumb. Actually, no, I got hit with a firework on my ass, and then the first one I lit one with a lighter, and the wick decided, oh, I'm gonna be an asshole and light faster than I thought it would, and burnt the fuck out of my thumb. So yeah, I had a big ass blister on my fucking thumb, but it's gone down. So now I don't have to worry about me moving it the wrong way and popping the fuck out of it. But yeah, this is part two to the Deku or Hanji. I remember, yeah, his name is Hanji. I remember that shit now. Yeah, so let's get straight into it. Roll the intro. Okay, so where I left off last time was I'm pretty sure it was the wedding. I don't want to pause it now because then I'd have to pause this. So correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure it was the wedding with. Yeah, actually it was. It was with Ochako and Deku because Hanzo and Genji used intimidation at their old, basically of their old, what they used to do to get basically into fucking Ochako's. Oh wait, my bad. I forgot to turn this down. Yeah, get into Ochako. My fucking gosh. Yeah, get into Ochako's parents' heads. Oh my fuck, dude. Yeah, but get into their head. No, not even get into their head. Just it's intimidation basically. They intimidated her parents into letting Deku marry their daughter, which was a bad thing to do, but they decided like, oh, okay, since we don't have kids, Deku's definitely gonna have kids, cause Genji can't have kids because he's a fucking robot now, as you can tell, fucking video, and Hanzo just never married. And as such, they're like, okay, so this like kid of ours will have a kid. Not kid. That sounded gay as hell. I'm not gonna lie. That kid of ours, the fucking kid of ours, the younging in the clan will have a kid. And as such, the and actually, I don't know what to do after that because like I don't want Ochako to have a kid mad fucking early. So I'm gonna say they get married and then they say like, all right, so before we get into this whole making kids thing, let's wait a little bit. And mind you, that's what Deku says because he's like, as much as that's interesting to me and I do want to do it, that can wait a bit. And Ochako totally agree with that because they just fucking met like a couple days ago. No, there was I forget. My bad. It's just I didn't rewatch watch the video before I did this. I just hopped straight into it because I felt like if I didn't, I wouldn't want to do it. Plus, I'd probably end up doing a different one, which I was. But here's the thing. like I need footage for him. So whatever I get is what I'm doing. So if you see me post like a video but with COD on it, that means either A, I can't get footage of it, or B, I just got too fucking lazy and decided not to record that game. So as such, I will not be posting a Rainbow Six one until Rainbow Six is downloaded. I will not be posting a Jason one until I decide to play that shit again. Even then, it's no guarantee I'll be Jason. Though I'm pretty sure the fucking two Jasons in Jason would kill me anyway. But yeah, let's continue. So I'm gonna say it's the first. Yeah, I'm gonna fast forward to the first day of school. Matter of fact, no, actually, because I want to make this funny. I want to make this funny as hell. So as we know, when you marry, you go with. Yeah, I know, I'm shitty with Genji. Don't say shit, but. One sec. Alright, my bad, I had to check in on something. But, yeah. Ochako basically moves into the Shimada compound. Why did I say compound? I'm used to thinking of the Uchiha compound. But he moved into the Shimadas, basically. Upon moving in, she is met with Genji, Hanzo, and Hanji, or Deku, whatever the hell you want to call it. But, yeah. Upon moving in, no, her parents did not move in, so don't even ask. You would think that she would have thought that there would be many people in the family, which there are. It's just in the main compound only lives these three. Well, four now. So when she's brought in, this is a very old school place. So they wear like old school shit like the komodos and shit, which catches Ochako off guard because now she has to learn how to be proper in old school traditions. And this is weird to her, but to Genji, Hanzo, and Deku, it's kind of an ordinary thing. Even, like, you can, like, I can go show the skins next video, but even Genji knows how to blend, like, keeps up with the times. He even has a current, like, a casual wear suit. So it's just at home they practice old traditions. Yes, it's like 5 something in the morning. But my sleep schedule is fruit bar, so I might not even go to sleep tonight. No, I actually will, because I need to let them two download, and I really do need the fucking footage. Wait, no, I might... I don't know, because there's one thing I gotta do, but I need to, like, get footage for it. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna continue because I get off topic too easily, and damn, I've deflected a shit ton of shit there. But yeah, now as I'm gonna say it's a month before the first day, she's knowing proper ways of doing things, and as such, she learns to walk properly, address people properly, basically do things the right way in the family. Which I do not know how to because I didn't look it up because I am lazy as fuck. So I'm going to say about a month passes. No, I'm going to say 3 weeks because, people want to argue. I know people are going to argue me, oh, but a month can be 3 or 4 weeks. Well, I don't give a fuck. I even argue this sometimes in Red Hand because, like there's no point. But, yeah. I'm gonna say 3 weeks pass, and on the 4th week is basically the call to the old call to the room, the dance of flowers, the Milong and the no. That's gonna actually I'm gonna stop it there. That joke was horrible, and yes, I remember that play. That nigga was stupid. So let's continue. So, because, yeah, this, like, looking at this is kind of, like, making me sad, kind of, because I was like, I really do suck with Genji, but I try my damnedest. But yeah, upon like that day, like Deku calls her into the room, and she's meeting with Deku. And mind you, no, I'm not doing that. But basically, she sees Deku's dragon tattoos, and she said, and mind you, Ochako was surprised because she never seen someone her age with tattoos, especially ones that looks like his, which is Yakuza and or like dragon tattoos, which is something ultra like super fucking rare. So she's like, besides being like scared, she's more impressed by it because it's like after being around them for 3 weeks, she kind of gets an understanding for why everything works like this, and that having the tattoos is tradition. So yeah, like she doesn't ask him about it because she's like, okay, it's tradition. So I'm gonna just time pass it because I'm not about to explain the midnight tango, the two bird no, yeah, the two lovebirds in the nest. I got no more jokes. I'm not gonna lie, so don't count on me to just say another joke out of nowhere. Hmm. But now it's the first day of school, which I will pause on because I need to check my fucking inbox. Because who knows? All right, it's back, and I mean, guess who's back? And yeah, it's now the first day of school. Now, on the first day of school, as we all know, it's Deku and Uraraka on a bike because no one's gonna say anything about Deku riding a bike, and B, he can ride a bike legally in Japan. We did search that up, or well, me and my friend did, but yeah, he can ride a bike to school, so that's what he does. He doesn't run and jump over buildings. He doesn't like do a drag like double jump. He doesn't defy gravity like freaking Hanzo does. Like, see, this nigga defies gravity. When someone asked him like, can he just run by the laws of physics, he said never. And yes, whoever made that comment, I love that. That was a fucking funny ass joke. I needed to do it at least one time. He spanned that dragon like 3 times. How the fuck? But yeah, besides that, like, they basically ride to school. Get there, like, I'm gonna say a half an hour early. But Deku did that on accident. He didn't mean to be there that early. Because here's the thing. He likes to be there at least 5 minutes early. He gets there a half an hour early because he wasn't thinking at the time. He was like, oh, let me just get to school. So upon getting there, he maybe look at El Choco like, yeah, I'm not going in there yet. And like he basically turns the bike around, does a burnout, and then does a wheelie and says, let's go somewhere real quick. And basically takes her to a convenience store to get some so they can get some food, breakfast, and some snacks. And mind you, this takes like 20 minutes, and they drive back, and they're they're almost late, but they get there 5 minutes for class starts. Come in, and the first thing they see is Ida grilling Bakugo, and Bakugo just sitting there with his feet on the desk. Deku pays no mind. Ochako doesn't give a fuck because, two peas in the pod. They don't give a fuck. They just came in with their food, ate, and just class begun. The only thing that happened was Ida tried to get on Deku and Deku and Ochako. Actually, mostly on Deku because he's a boy for coming in late. And Deku just looked at him and sat down, not giving a fuck. Like, Ito could grill Deku and he would just look at him like, I don't care. Like, I really don't give a fuck about you. And he gave off that energy around Ida, so Ida's trying to get his attention, and as always, so like, kid, please, shut the fuck up. I'm trying to sleep here. And Ida basically does that. Bakugo looks at Deku, and these two, like, you can feel the energy coming off of them. It's like, let's get ready to rumble type shit. But neither of them basically start scrapping in the room because they're like, there's no point right now. But these two don't have no beef with each other. I'm pretty sure they knew each other. Yeah, they did know each other. These two know each other. Yeah, I forget these two know each other. I'm sorry. I didn't watch the video. But yeah, these two do not like look at each other and remember, but they don't scrap with each other because they're like, there's no point. And even then, it wouldn't prove anything. But oh wait, someone's knocking. Yep. That was the brother. I almost lost my spot. But class begins. And in class, Deku pays attention because, there's nothing better to do. Ochako pays attention. Oh, shit. Oh my fucking gosh, I almost forgot to do that. She actually has a dragon tattoo now on her left arm. I almost forgot all about that shit. Whenever you're put into the Shimada clan, they actually give you a tattoo. And yes, she has a dragon tattoo on her arm, the same as Deku's. It's just hers is new, so she has it, a regular... No, she doesn't have it wrapped. It's just... You know what I'm trying to say, right? But she'll have the same tattoos as Deku when, after the first one. She doesn't get the abilities, but it just lets... I'm gonna just let the notification pass. But she basically... what it does, it basically... says, okay, this is Deku's wife, pretty much. Or one of his wives. Because, it's still undecided on how many fucking women this nigga will have. So, yeah. Ochako has, a dragon tattoo on her left arm. And I'm gonna say it's visible to the girls in the class because they, the shirts are, white, so it's see-through. They see the new tattoo on her arm. And mind you, none of the girls have seen it, so, during one of the intermissions in class... No, wait, before that, sorry. I keep changing things. I'm gonna say, when they do roll call, when they say Hanji Shimada, or Deku for short, because I'm not about to say that shit, he says here, and then they say Ochako, the same name, she says here. And that's when, that's when the girls group sees the tattoo. Because, yes, Ochako does wear long sleeves because, A, she doesn't want the tattoo, A, because the tattoo still hurts, and B, because it's a tattoo. Deku doesn't. His tattoos are showing, and everyone knows, okay, he's from the Shimada clan, and then as soon as they say Ochako, it was oh, shit, she's in the Shimada clan, too. Which, basically, everyone says, everyone basically, puts together, and they're because they don't, nothing to they're oh, that's what happened. And, Ochako gets, blushes about it, and, see what I mean? I'm a fucking Bastion sitting in the corner. How the hell could I almost get inactive for that? But, yeah. After that, I'm gonna say... What the fuck can I say? Actually, yeah, classes go on, and then when one of the breaks, because, I don't like to do the examination part, because it'll just end the same way as it always does. The nothing, unless I feel like it's a significant change in canon, it will always go the same. In this one, the only thing would change is that Deku will get first in the speed portion. Because, all you just use is the dragon and just, fly across, pretty much. But yeah, besides that, nothing happens until the intermission. when the girls basically start talking to Ochako. And mind you, this is because Tsuyu's the most straightforward. She says, like, so when did you and Deku meet, and when did you get the tattoo? And Oshaka basically says, oh, me and him met at the entrance exam, but he took me home, and basically she says I met his guardians or fathers, whatever you want to say it. Now, mind you, because she said fathers, everyone looked at Deku and he says, if you say they're gay, so help me, I will kill everyone in this fucking classroom. And mind you, this is while he has his head down, like trying to rest a little bit. And no teachers in the classroom. Ito was about to say something until Deku gave him the look like, dude, I don't want to deal with you. I will fucking kill you right now. Because he always carries the little knife on him. Because, you know, that's his specialty weapon. That's his weapon. So he just gives Ito the look like, dude, just don't say shit to me, please. Because I'm trying to, like, rest real quick. So, like, after that, like, everyone, like, turns their attention back to the conversation Ochako is having, and she says, like, well, like, they're nice, like, and people are wrong about them. What the fuck? Did my English just go out the window and go to Alcatraz or something? I'm just speaking Spanglish here. And yes, I do speak a little Spanish. That's why I said that. I can defend myself on that one. I was about to say something, but I couldn't let that shit slip. I couldn't even let my lips say that. I was about to say, the second I said Spanglish, I was killed by the Spanish character. Sombra. That's wrong. But anyway, in a few seconds, nah, I can't let you see what the hell I did. But yeah, after that, she goes on to explain, like, they get the stories wrong about Genji and Hanzo. True, they were, like, had their own like, I almost forgot what they're called. Fucking Yakuza, yeah. We're in their own Yakuza group, and watch me dunk on this nigga. Bonk! I gotta rewind that. Please let me rewind that. Watch me dunk on this poor soul. I just dunked on him. I gotta replay one time. Just dunked on. I just basically hit him with the... nah, nigga, fuck out of here. Wow! I just dunked on him. That's horrible. I'm a bad person for that. But, yeah, I'm gonna continue after I just dunked on that poor soul. No, I'm not even gonna watch it. Anyway. Oh, yeah, I forgot he did sit in the corner and watch. And wait for them to come by just to activate this shit. And didn't even kill 4 people. He got denied on that one. But yeah, I'm gonna continue. Basically, after that, like, everyone listens in to the stories, and when she gets to the Genji Hanzo part, Deku listens to see if she gets it right so he can correct her. But she didn't miss a single word. She was like, they're not as bad as people make them seem, because Deku's like, well, they are kind of bad, but not as bad as they were. And mind you, everyone in the class looks back over to Deku after every sentence Ochako says for confirmation. It got to the point where, like, Deku realized it. He was like, you know what, fuck it. After she says something, I'll just raise my thumb, yes. I'll put it down, no. So when she says, like, Genji and Hanzo, like, are brothers, Like, he raised his thumb. Genji and Hanzo had beef. Raised his thumb. Gen, Gen, Genji Hanzo raised him. He raised his thumb. Let's see, anything else? And when Ochak, no, it would be Mina or Tetsuya ask, like, okay, so now that we're on that, did you and Deku basically do the deed? And Oshaku head blushed and everything, and everyone instead of floating, and everyone looked at Deku. He raised his thumb and kept it up there. He was like, "We definitely did." And then he was like, "Don't worry, she doesn't have a kid. At least I hope not." And then he was like, "I'm joking. Like I was joking." But anyway, because the sun is coming up, and I need to pause this again. One sec. Yeah. Basically, after that, like, the whole class sits in silence. Even Bakugo, to an extent, because he's just sitting there like, what the fuck? When did he have the time to? And then Deku's just, all you hear is Deku just snoring now, because he's like, finally I can get some peace of mind. And that's how the first day ends. And like that, I'm gonna go right into heroes versus villains. So yeah, we all get the spiel. I am here, yada yada. The only thing different is that after the first day, Ochaka isn't nervous about wearing a short sleeve shirt. So I'm gonna say it takes a week, and I'm gonna say during the week she gets her second tattoo on her arm, on her right arm, basically like Deku's other tattoo. Other fucking dragon. So now she has two arm tattoos. And everyone looks at them too weird when they're like driving on Deku's bike, because mind you, you got UA school uniforms and two people with tattoos that of dragons that look like Yakuza. You're not you're getting bad looks. Anyway, yeah, because I just denied my yawn halfway through. Upon upon everything, like, everyone notices Oshaku gets a new tattoo, but they don't question it because they're like, no, it's just like it's the same as his tattoo, so we take it. It's just gonna. They're just copying his tattoo over, basically putting it on her. Yes, that's exactly what they're doing because she's now part of the family, as his wife. So it's time for heroes versus villains. Now, either way it go, I'm gonna be honest. Deku will not lose in heroes versus villains, because if he's on defense, he will legit just beat. He will just beat someone down, and Otaka doesn't have to worry about a thing. If he's on offense, all he does is no. Actually, I'm gonna just. He's gonna be on offense basically because I want this to happen. No, he's gonna be on offense with Ochako because their thing, and All Might respects that. And no, he doesn't really look up to All Might. He's like, oh, okay, All Might's a hero. They should have blocked them bullets into the big bastard, but I wasn't thinking about it. And then, going against them is fucking Todoroki, and who's on the chopping block today? No, she's not even on the chopping block. It just happens. Todoroki and Momo, basically. And I know they were a thing before the whole fucking school. Like, I'm not an idiot. I killed that man, so it should have reset the timer, but, I'm not gonna talk about that. So upon that, like, with fuck, I tripped up on my words. Yeah, that's where I am. after I tripped and fell down a fucking cliff. All my words. Basically, now it's time for the entrance exam. What the fuck is wrong with me today? This is what happens when you're going off when you're going off like a 3-day spree of not doing shit. Any fucking way. I said the entrance exam. At the beginning of Heroes vs. Villains, did I get, like... Okay, I was making sure. In Heroes vs. Villains, basically, here's how it goes. With Todoroki and Momo being on defense, Todoroki decides he's going to be the person on attack. And he and Momo should be defending the bomb. Which is a good strategy, because, I mean, either way it goes, you can have Momo go out and search, and she'd lose in a fight, but she wouldn't even be able to relay information. So Todoroki's main job is to defend the door. And no, he doesn't move because he believes, he can't be that strong, and basically goes through that. Now, Genji kind of figured it because... I said Genji. Deku basically figured, because his quirk is fire and ice, they're going to be on, the top floor with the bomb. And boy, was he fucking right. Basically, he tells Ochako, look, just hop on my back, and I'll take us through all these floors. Because there's no point in us just, clearing every single floor knowing it's at the top. And then he explains, and when she says, oh, but what about Todoroki or Momo? He says, yeah, they're going to be on the top floor. Todoroki isn't a physical fighter, he uses his quirk. I can tell by his body. Momo's the same thing. She's more of a backup hero. So she's more likely going to be defending the bomb while Todoroki's keeping us out of the room. And that's where you come in. I mean, no, actually he says, but that's where you come in to an extent. I'll distract Todoroki, and you lift him up to the sky, and I put an arrow between his eyes. I mean, knock him out. And she said, you're going to kill Todoroki, weren't you? He was like, I considered it for a few seconds, but I was like, I'm not an assassin. I spent too much time with Genji and Hanzo when they were, still doing their thing. So... after that, the plan goes into fruition with Deku just taking out his sword, and yes, he listeth them as items, so he can use his sword, his bow, and his knife. So, all he does is, use his sword and channels, one of his 3 dragons and just runs through all the floors with it until he gets to the top floor, and now he's down to 2. And yes, these dragons do have a cooldown. So when he's at 2, he looks at Todoroki with the sword drawn. And yes, it is dull because, you can't just kill someone. He has 2 hands on the sword and tells Todoroki, look, there's only 2 ways this will end. You pretty much being knocked out on the floor and losing, or you just surrendering now and losing. Either way it goes, you're gonna lose. Todoroki takes offense to this, like a bitch. And not thinking logically, and sends out ice at Deku. And what Deku does is, is basically what... No, actually he can't do that, because what Deku does basically is, he fucking wall runs. And no, before you say anything, yes, he is defying gravity like Genji and fucking this in... He's defying gravity like Genji. See, this is the bullshit I'm talking about. And yes, my phone did say insufficient storage. Look, I have a fucking gigabyte and 60 left. And that's enough to record something, even small. And look, it's a gigabyte left. That's just free. You can't make this shit up. My phone really does shit on me sometimes. And I can just free up 3 fucking half gigabytes. I just don't. There's no point. But I'm not even gonna argue this shit. My phone is really retarded. It's just saying, oh, insufficient RAM. No. just don't want to do shit. Back to the fucking video. So, what Deku does basically after, Todoroki took offense to that, like a bitch, I'm gonna reiterate. Deku basically, as soon as Todoroki sends out the ice, Deku does, a Genji and Hanzo type shit, defying gravity. This dude wall runs down the hallway with his sword in the wall. And then proceeds to cut down on Todoroki, but in that same spot where he was about to cut down Todoroki put ice. So as soon as Deku's sword hit the ice and froze to Todoroki, Deku puts his hands on the sword, spins, and kicks Todoroki in the face into the wall, giving him a fucking concussion. And while he's concussed, Deku ran up and basically punched him in the stomach, kicked him in the face, high kicked him in the face, then fucking dropped his leg on his head, knocking him out on some Karate Kid shit. So this man has a concussion. And he may have amnesia too. And then he just left his Todoroki, his sword frozen to Todoroki, and looks at Ochako basically saying, okay, it's your turn. Now you have to fight Momo. And she says, excuse me, what? You just, she said, but you just took out Todoroki. Couldn't you take out Momo easily? He says, yes, but here's the thing. This is just a test. If it was the real thing, I would have cleared this place by myself. No offense. But it's time for you to basically fight. Yeah, I forgot. That's kind of crazy. Wait, before we continue, I need to see this real quick, because I didn't get to watch this. Oh, that must be her play of the game screen. She must just be able to hack. That's kind of cool. It's kind of shitty, though, because she didn't do much. See? But anyway, I'm gonna polish this off. So, and basically Deku gives her, actually I'm gonna change it up. Deku, gets his sword off of Todoroki and no, it doesn't break. He just breaks the ice around it and gives it to fucking, gives it to Ochako. And upon getting the sword, she's like, the hell do you want me to do with this? He says, oh, you're gonna be fighting Momo. And I'm pretty sure she already has, a pipe and shield waiting for you. And then, when Deku kicks open the door, he says, oh look, she has a pipe and shield waiting for you. And she legit did. She legit pulled out a pipe and put a shield on her arm. And he told Ochako, okay, this is your fight. I'm gonna go walk around. If you lose, I'm gonna touch the bomb. If you win, you're gonna touch the bomb. So I'm gonna say 10 to 15 minutes pass. Because mind you, these two aren't very good when it comes to fighting, and that's not shitting on girls in general. It's just Momo isn't good with swords, and Ochako isn't either, because, Ochako really never held a sword before, and Momo hasn't really done the same. So, 10-15 minutes, it's a draw, because they're both tired. And Deku, touches the mom. He says, yeah, that was anticlimactic and disappointing. Even he breaks the fourth wall. So, no, he doesn't. He says, even the people down there, in the fucking, in the Heroes versus, in the people spectating this, even they were disappointed at this. And he's not, and he's basically walking over to Chakra. He says, you did a good job. You, however, Momo, you need practice with that. And as such, I like to formally invite you to the Shimada, basically, fuck, how was I gonna say, the Shimada family, house, just so I can help you. Just so they can help you train with a sword and shield, whatever the hell you want to train with. Mind you, Ochako was mad at this, but she was he doesn't seem really much interested in her. And Deku really isn't. It's just Genji and Hanzo who will push everything to the utmost fucking limit. So, after that, it's same thing goes as canon. Besides the fact that I said Deku. Yeah, everything goes as canon. Besides different, team changes. And it's time for the locker room scene that'll end the day off. So as we all know, in this locker room scene, Mineta peaks. And upon seeing Mineta peak, he kind of realizes that okay, Mineta is peaking, and then it dawned on him a second later, oh, Chaco's in there, and he basically the knife that Deku has around him is actually sharp. It's not dull. So he walks up, puts his knife to Mineta's neck, and says, "Look, I don't like you, and I want to kill you right now. But the good person in me is telling me to drop it. So I'm going to hit you with this. I slit your throat now and let you bleed all over the fucking concrete and get away with the crime. Or you stop peeking on these girls, especially my fucking girl, and I let you live. And I'll keep pulling them balls off your head until you bleed." And he says, "Now, I don't want you to turn around. Put one finger up for, killing you, and two fingers up for me pulling the balls off your head until you bleed." And mind you, everyone's looking at this, and the only reason why they aren't stopping it is because Deku's bloodlust is so fucking high that it's like they're in face-to-face with Stain. So, Mineta just puts up two, he says, "Thank you," puts the knife away, and what he does is he basically just shoots the arrows at Mineta's head until they're getting ready to leave the room. And yes, these arrows do disappear, so it's not like they'll just sit there. So he just continues firing them until Mineta gets a fucking heavy migraines because of how much his head's bleeding. And after everyone leaves, he basically grabs Mineta and throws him in the infirmary. He doesn't even take him there. He just grabs him by the shirt, drags him on the ground, and then throws him into the infirmary. And walks away as Recovery Girl is away eating lunch. With a note saying, and he left a note on him saying, this pervert was peeking on people and got what he deserved. And then left the Shimada clan symbol on it. And that's where I'm going to leave it off. My bad. My phone was acting stupid. And for me getting off topic so many times, I'm sorry once again. I didn't do this for 3 days, so I'm not rusty. It's more I'm not used to doing this shit for a second. So, to that, I apologize as well. I'll try to get more stuff uploaded today. But there's no guarantee because I'm about to go to sleep, and I probably won't wake up till 12:01. And then by the time I do that, I have to probably either I have to stream Rainbow and then get the fucking footage, or I have to stream something else and get the footage. And yes, I do fucking play, how do I explain this? I do play these games, a lot. That's why I said, fuck it, I'm gonna put the footage in the background. So, people who watch it, even if you just listen, or if you want to watch it, you can just see it, gameplay. I stream these, so I'm not just a good player. I legit am ass half the time. It's just I do good shit every once in a while. You used to see the COD streams. I'd get pissed off at one moment and just go off the next. But yeah, that's a small rant. I'm gonna leave this here. Thank you for stopping by, and yeah, see ya.
I'm afraid Jiraiya boy has died in battle.
Huh?
Like